Hey everybody, Griever here. Just want to give you this quick little notice before we begin the Let's Play for Yu-Gi-Oh! Falsebound Kingdom. This is a re-upload, just so you guys are aware. So this was back on my old channel. It's quite a few years old now, so forgive the audio, forgive the a lot of other mistakes I usually make. I still make them to this day, but I just thought I'd make this quick little intro before we get underway with the actual Let's Play. So we will be going through, of course, Yugi's story, Kaiba's story, and the Joey storyline. We will be going through the entirety of the storyline main game. But I just wanted to make this quick little intro like I did for the Pokemon Yellow Nuzlocke, and I think I did it for the Lord of the Rings Third Age. Not entirely 100% on that. But yeah, so make sure to like the video and stuff. These are just re-uploads to make sure that I can bolster my channel a little bit more. I'm not going to hide that because I have a lot of things going on, of course, you know, and I just want to make sure that there's still constant content flowing through the channel on YouTube, right? So if you guys have a game, though, that you want to recommend for me to play or something like that, feel free to post it in the comment section down below. Every like, every comment, every new view and subscription and all that stuff, it means the world. So anyway, please enjoy the re-upload of Yu-Gi-Oh! Falsebound Kingdom Let's Play. It's a great game on the Nintendo GameCube. I enjoyed it a lot. RPG elements mixed with nostalgia, Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff. What more could you ask for? So stay tuned, and we'll see you here.
Hey everyone, Griever here of VP Studios. Unfortunately, Behind the Bar is going to be a little bit different right now because Seven Deadly Sins is on a hiatus until the 18th of January of 2017. So in the meantime, I decided to play the Konami and Nintendo GameCube game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Falsebound Kingdom. This was a widely unaccepted version of Yu-Gi-Oh! Even though I think it's one of the best. It utilizes RTS and RPG elements using the fan favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Monsters as well as the characters. And this happened during the time when the arc was finishing up the Battle City tournament. Around that time, or just past the Battle City tournament arc, so all the characters from there shall be included in the game. So as I said, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Falsebound Kingdom. It's a Let's Play. This will not be a scheduled set of videos like my Monday Behind the Bar reviews. It's just going to be periodic, so I can keep producing videos while I wait for Seven Deadly Sins to actually come back. So we're just going to start a new game here, story mode. And we're going to go with the Yugi storyline because that's just the one that's there. I've done both. I've done Kaiba and Yugi from the start both times. But anyway, this will be a this will be a level by level video Let's Play. It's going to be each level of the game. I'm just going to do the Yugi storyline for now, and if I keep wanting to play, I will do the Kaiba storyline later on. I'm just going to try and get to the Yugi storyline, and as I said, these are not going to be scheduled. They're just going to happen when they happen, probably one a week, maybe two, just when I have some free time. And while I have the free time, as I do right now this weekend, I'm just going to be producing these, as I said, because I don't know really what I'm going to do about Behind the Bar, because it's supposed to be a manga chapter review, and it's going to turn into basically a discussion or characters or arcs or what I thought of other things. I wanted to keep Behind the Bar right now just on Seven Deadly Sins, and unfortunately, as I said, they're on a hiatus right now. So just in the meantime, I wanted to do a little bit of video gaming while we kind of wait for that. So. And with this, for anybody who knows the 4Kids dub of Yu-Gi-Oh! And anybody who knows the abridged on YouTube series of Yu-Gi-Oh! The anime, I'm going to be trying to imitate a few of the voices here. I'm just to add another fun element to it, guys. I mean, if you don't like it, you know, you can watch someone else do it. I mean, this is a retro game at this point. No one's playing this other than me right now, so. You know, I mean, watch it for fun, watch it because you've never heard of the game and you like Yu-Gi-Oh! It's totally up to yourself. It's just that, honestly, the reason I play the GameCube ones is because I really suck at trying to figure out. I tried to buy a $200 thing for my TV to try and record PS4 gameplay and things like that, and I just can't seem to get it to work. I can't get, you know, an easy setup to record PS4 gameplay or Wii gameplay or anything like that. So I'm basically stuck using emulators with my definitely not gaming computer. And yeah, so that's basically where we're at. So let's just get underway with the game. This is the first level of the Yugi storyline, War Campaign. Those who claim to control the gods are in fact controlled by the gods. Alexander Irvine, philosopher. Well, that must be the lab mentioned in that letter you got, Yug. SIC Domino Labs. Yeah, okay. Right off the bat, I messed up. And you know what? I actually did a second recording, fun fact, and the sound on the game was too high. Hopefully this time it works out. And I messed up that time too. I kept wanting to say Dominion Labs when it's actually Domino. So yeah, that was a easy screw up right off the bat. We're doing well so far, guys. Yeah, this looks like the place. It's pretty far from the city. There's nothing else here. Doesn't the building look futuristic? SIC is a famous overseas game company, isn't it? It's a new game company that just started here in Japan, but it's already becoming a major player. Although it's relatively new, it's gotten pretty big by releasing a bunch of innovative games. They've been using 3D images and virtual reality research to create some amazing lifelike environments. Sounds a lot like what Kaiba's company does. According to this invitation, they're doing exactly the same kind of work as Kyber Corporation. SIC has incorporated cutting-edge technologies to develop next-generation virtual reality technology. SIC hopes to work in the field of games to perfect this technology using the widely popular Duel Monsters. SIC plans to further develop the technology through gameplay. Their technological goals may be scientific, but if they're using Duel Monsters, I want to get a look at it. Me too, this is so exciting, but why did they send invitations to us? I think they send invitations to everyone that ranked well at the Duelist Kingdom and Battle City tournaments. In order to test the new duel simulator, Kingdom, SIC is sponsoring a test trial, and respectfully ask for your assistance in helping us make Kingdom the best game it can be. It also says to bring friends if you want. Naturally, I thought of you guys right away. Just so we're clear, I'm here because I did so well in the tournaments. Oh yeah? Then where's your invitation? They must have sent it to the wrong address. Yeah, sure. At least we know that Yugi is here as a finalist. That's it. Come on, Tristan. I'll take you right here and now. Stop it, both of you. This is no time to fight. Look, there's someone from the lab waiting for us. Let's get going. My hair is telling me that you are Yugi Moto. We've been waiting for you. Uh-huh, that's me, and these are my friends. Wonderful. Let's all go inside, shall we? Hey Yugi, didn't we see this guy at Kyber Corporation once? I think so, but all the people of Kyber Corporation give off the same kind of weird vibe. My hair is telling me you're talking about me, and you're correct. I did work for Kyber Corporation. Jeez, he heard us. We're almost at the main lab. Looks like a dual disc. What in the world is this? This is SIC's latest simulator, codenamed Kingdom. This is just a prototype. We're only using the dual disc for packaging reasons. It's all original SIC hardware on the inside. Is that what you used to recreate the world of Duel Monsters? Yes, our tests of Kingdom have been very successful so far. We've been constructed an entire fantasy world based on Duel Monsters. We'd like you to help us test the simulator by simply playing the game as you normally would. The simulator supports multiple players, so you will all be able to play at the same time. In multiplayer mode, everyone joins the game as a different game character. Sounds like a network game or something. These new games are awesome. Kingdom is a fantasy world. The card monsters there are alive. You will all join the resistance and fight against the Empire, which is suppressing the general population. That's basically what every empire ever does. I mean, really, can you actually name an empire that did not like suppress a group of people or their own population and were not called an empire? Like every single one of them does it. Of course, you'll all participate in the game as different characters. The game is currently set for a few hours and we'll be recording your play data from here. Cool. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's play. Yeah. This is so exciting. I wonder what it'll be like. Yugi, does this seem unlevel to you? Huh? What do you mean? This whole simulator seems suspicious. You're probably just overreacting. It's about to start. Okay, right off the bat, guys, I'm not going to be able to pronounce a single one of these correctly. I almost can guarantee it. If I do, it's a fluke because I suck at pronunciation of English words normally. These are clearly not English. They're probably Egyptian, considering the show. At the very least, they're probably African. So bear in mind that I can't pronounce any of this, and we'll just go from there. After 300 years of ruling the Rondevel continent, the Varthus Empire is faced with a crisis. Since the 12th Emperor Hashin ascended to the throne, corruption and brutality have spread through the empire. The people suffer oppression, but their complaints have fallen on deaf ears. Hashin and a select group of his underlings have been living in the lap of luxury. Their lavish lifestyle is supported by heavy taxation, which has pushed most of the populace to the brink. People on the fringes of the empire have responded with rebellion and revolt. This uprising has extended as far as the northern part of the empire on Vaxi Island. What's the matter? I don't know, but I've got a really bad feeling about this. Kingdom Simulator Overload, Safety Lock Engaged, beginning transition to Mode 2. Of course, this couldn't just be a simple game. Couldn't just be playing this for fun. No, we gotta make it life or death. Transition to Mode 2 complete. Deadly Mode 2. Kingdom Simulator Lock-In Mode activated. Well, that does sound scary. This is like Sword Art Online before, well, Sword Art Online. What's happening? Ah! Yugi. Happened. Lord Yugi. Lord Yugi, wake up, please, Lord Yugi. On my head. You seem to be coming out of it. And before we continue, yes, I know, spoiler alert. Okay, I gave enough time. Spoiler alert. I understand that that's supposed to be Solomon Moto in his ancestral form or his reincarnated ancestor, whatever. But when I first was introduced to these games, especially this one and the one on the original Sony PlayStation, which I forget the title of, Dark something, I did not know that. I thought that this was a game-only character because I had only watched the English dub. I didn't know anything about the manga or anything like that as a kid, so all I knew was what was basically going on at the time was Duelist Kingdom, and just right after Duelist Kingdom with Dungeon Dice Monsters. So when I was introduced to this guy and I'm part of Battle City, I was like, okay, I assume he's a game-only character, and he always looked like one of those, like with the serpent thing on the hat. I always thought that he would talk like with a lisp or like a snake-ish kind of thing, so that's kind of why the voice is going that way and not trying to sound or copy Solomon Moto from the show. Just as a side note, guys. You were coming to be out of it. Where am I? Huh? You're in the port city of Makad, on the western edge of Vaxi Island. You lost consciousness, certainly. You just passed out, right in the middle of our meeting, don't you remember? Remember what? You appear to be suffering from memory loss. Let me explain everything as quickly as I can. Your name is Yugi. You're the leader of the resistance here in Makad. We were planning our next attack when you passed out. We tricked the Imperial forces into splitting up, and Ethos, the ruler of these lands, is left with few guards. It was the perfect chance for us to break the Emperor's repressive hold, and we're just about ready to attack. Is any of this coming back to you? Anything at all?
No, none of it. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. But it sounds like I'm expected to take command of the resistance.
Okay, I know he does take command, and in like the next text bubble, he's gonna say, oh yeah, you're the leader of the resistance. But that's kind of bold. Like, I understand you're the main character and you're the pharaoh of everything in this mythos, but that's pretty bold to like jump in, not have a clue what the fuck is going on in a virtual world that you have no idea about anything this dude's talking about, and then you're like, well, clearly I'm in charge here. Like, that's pretty arrogant, even for him. That is correct, Lord Yugi. You are, after all, Supreme Commander of the Resistance. Without you, we don't even have enough marshals. You must lead on the front lines.
Marshal?
Oh dear, have you forgotten everything? Marshals are a type of general and are central to the battle. Marshals control monsters and engage in battle by pitting their monsters against those of the enemy. Each monster has incredible power equal to that of 7,000 human soldiers. This is why the marshals hold the key to victory in any battle. However, the number of men with this power over monsters is small. Including you, the resistance has but 3.
So you're telling me that I have this special martial ability?
You have it in spades, good sir. Although I'm afraid that your powers might be weaker in your current state.
Okay, why would my powers be weaker? Just because I'm suffering memory loss? I would be weaker as a person? So you're telling me if tomorrow I woke up at the size of Dwayne Johnson, I wouldn't be nearly as strong as the guy, like, as Dwayne Johnson, just because I don't remember having such strength? I mean, I kind of get that. It's kind of like the Super Saiyan God thing from the Battle of the Gods movie, but it's kind of a weak premise, really. Like, okay, you're starting at level 1, even though you were level 50, you're starting at level 1 because you have amnesia. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, tomorrow if, you know, Dwayne Johnson has amnesia, pretty sure he can still punch a guy and it's still gonna really frickin' hurt, you know? Maybe my reasoning is a little off here, guys. I don't know. Anyways, moving on from that.
You will just have to get it back slowly in battle. In the beginning, I will assist your recovery, Lord Yugi. So remember that the Imperials usually have a marshal assigned to them as well. You will need to get your battle instincts back if you are going to defeat the Imperial Marshals. For the time being, we need to finish planning our strategy and organize our units. Come this way.
Well, this is a fine mess we're in. And I know my Dan Green impression is very, very poor, but I'm not Dan Green, otherwise I'd be voicing people in anime. I know, it doesn't feel like we have any control over the game. I think it's safe to assume that we've trapped in this fantasy game world. They must have been planning on using us as their lab rats from the beginning.
I wonder if the rest of our friends are here too.
It's likely. They're probably all just as confused by whatever character roles they've been thrown into as well.
We've got to find a way out of here.
I don't know much of what the SIC techies told us is true, but they did say that this is a game. And I'm the king of games. King of games.
Uh-huh.
Then it's gotta have an ending, right? Maybe if we play the game and clear all the levels,
it'll lead to a way out. That makes sense. With help from the rest of our friends, we're sure to find a way home. Because friendship solves everything. Apparently, we are now in Fairy Tale.
That seems to be our best bet for now.
Please look carefully at the map of Rendezvous. This is Makad, where we are right now. And this is the target of our next battle. We're going to liberate the rest of Oxy Island. So you want to take over... We're in Makad, which seems to be a bit of, like... I'm assuming these aren't... Well, they could be like the size of small states, or maybe provinces or something. But we're in Makad. We have 3 marshals, and he wants to take over a whole island.
They got a continent and an island in this whole damn, like, empire world. And he wants to do that. Oh, he's pretty bold. I'll give him bold. Excuse me. In order to do that, we've got to take control of Tuscat, the provincial capital to the east. I see. Tuscat is a large castle in the northern section. It's well defended and houses a large fighting force. We won't stand a chance if we attacked head on. First, we've got to get them to divide up their force. We should be able to lure some units away from the capital by liberating nearby lands, places like Ethos and Makad. We already managed to thin out the defenses at Makad. Let's attack in force and take our first victory. Okay, what should I do? You will direct your marshals on the field of battle and attack the enemy main base road Yugi. I'm certainly not as strong as you, but I will also command a team of monsters and assist you. Just remember that none of your other marshals are nearly as powerful as you are. We depend heavily on you. Your success on the battlefield is the key to the success of the resistance. There are many other details to plan. Let's start with the organizing our units for the difficult battle ahead. My accent to this guy seems to be changing as I go. What do you mean by organizing? As you may remember, I mentioned a little while ago that the enemy has its own marshals. Only a marshal commanding his own monsters stands any chance against an enemy marshal. No matter how weak a marshal may be, he can command up to 3 monsters. We're fighting an enormous empire. The number and power of the monster units are just as frighteningly enormous. We must organize our own monsters into units so that we can combat the enemy. Luckily for us, we have several monsters that are willing to fight for our cause. The first thing you need to do is organize the monsters into groups and then assign them to your marshals. Each group of monsters is called a team. Please try to remember that, Lord Yugi. Let's start assembling our team, shall we? After the teams are assembled, it's time to send them to battle. When you're ready, please let me know. Also, pay special attention to the central monster on each team. This monster is a team leader, and the team's movement speed is determined by the speed of its leader. I understand. I'll start by assembling my teams. Alright, so that's basically the tutorial stuff, and my jaw is tired from talking in that voice that long. Hopefully there's not that many more explanations. So this is basically the setup for those of you who aren't familiar with this game. You have the levels of the monsters. As I said before, it's an RTS RPG style. The overall map is an RTS style gameplay, and then as you battle, you go into an RPG style of battling. Now, each monster has its own level and such like that, and you unlock more monsters as you go. As you can see right down there by the Feral Imp, Celtic Guardian, Griever of Yami Yugi there. They're all level 1, and Yugi's level 1. Now, the battle points, life points, and action points are pretty self-explanatory, as is the abilities. The ability of Yugi there is the ability to use one of the Egyptian gods when they're unlocked. Fizdis here, ability is discount, so buying things, and Shimon has none. Shimon, whatever. Shimon. So yeah, basically the way this works, for those who aren't familiar, is that, like right now my battle power is 2, my life points is 1, my action points is 2, and it'll be pretty self-explanatory for the most part what these are. The action points are the number of moves I can use per RPG battle. The life points are, health. Battle points are battle power. Basically how this works, though, is that, for example, the best way I can explain it is that my Celtic Guardian is level 1 and has X number of attack points, life points, action points. He gets a bonus, basically, from which marshal he's attached to. So the battle power, the life power, and the action power are added to each monster on that team. Basically, what I'm saying is that if Yugi was level 50, but Celtic Guardian was level 1, the Celtic Guardian would be stronger and just overall better, kind of like EVs or IVs in Pokemon, for those familiar with that. They'll be slightly better because he's attached to a stronger guy than he would to a level 1 martial. Basically, the level of the monster matters, as does the level of the martial using it to make the monster as strong as possible. That's all it is. It doesn't really come into much play. I mean, you use the same characters mostly throughout the game. You know, I mean, the monsters, as long as the monsters have a high level, you're usually okay for the most part. So clearly, the one thing that I always switch, and I always switch this, and I don't remember really how to use these controls, so this is going to be fun. I can't replace him with anything, actually. I'm going to have to go with this. Nope, that's the wrong button. There we go. I always put Beaver Warrior back on Yugi's team. I don't know why, I just don't like Karibo, I guess. Alright, let's see if I remember what these controls are. G? Yeah, it's G, alright. Yeah, I'm very bad at, I never set up the same controls, and by the time I play another emulated game, I'd forget them anyway, so I never set up the same style. I just kind of go with it here. Yes, and we're gonna let you're gonna come with us, of course. You need another monster. No, I didn't want to do that. War campaign, the first level. And hopefully the videos don't take this long. As I said, I showed the intro this time, but I won't be showing the intro next time. I'll just start from the last title screen, or however this is going to work, but it's just going to be a level by level video, and hopefully this will be the longest one, because I already know that the time on it is running pretty high for just a level by level video. Where's Karibo at? Right there. G. There we go. Alright, I think we're pretty much, this is all it's really to it. We set up our monsters. We have Fizdis, Shimon, and Yugi coming with us. And for those of you who don't know how the game's played, basically watch and learn. It's pretty straightforward. And, well, if you have any questions, please always comment. So, yeah, I think we're ready to get underway here with War Campaign. So, configure. No, I think we're all good for that. Let's start the battle, shall we? Cool little time wizard loading icon. Let's see. The resistance is about to engage in its first battle. Let us take the victory this day. As you can see, there are 4 villages, including the enemy main base at Makad and the base at Jakad. Thanks to our earlier planning, the main enemy force is much smaller than it once was and is not massed nearby. The ruler Athos has no idea that we're ready to attack. Let's take this chance to secure our position in the area. First, send someone to free the village of Ruthrum. It's not very far from Jakad. The village is filled with supporters of the resistance. It will be good foothold from where we can attack. As we free the nearby villages from repressive imperial rule, they will offer us items and money. We need both these things to help build up our force, so we should try to free as many places as possible. Currently, all of our teams are holding position in Jakad. Let's select teams to send into battle from Jakad and send them to the village of Ruthrum. To send a team into battle, position the cursor over the town and the team is in and press the A button. Then select a command for the team to carry out. Finally, move the cursor to the location you want the team to go and press the A button. This dispatches the team. Okay, it's time to go to battle. Alright, so the win condition is, obviously, we win the map, we free Makad, and as always, usually if your main base or Yugi's team is wiped out, you lose. That's almost always how it works. Some missions are a little different. So this is the main map, guys, for anybody who has never played the game before. As Shimon just said, you got, towns and villages and stuff like that. You can't really do a whole lot in the first level. I just want to note that I found out earlier that that my videos for unlocking all the monsters in this game, even though they weren't audio and they were kind of done kind of poorly, are actually my most watched videos, and I still get views every day on those videos. So thank you so much, guys. I had no idea that I had any video with more than 13 views, and then I go and I find out some of these have more than 3,000. So I was shocked and amazed and really happy to find that out yesterday. So thanks so much for that. So what we're going to do here is basically, I know because I've played the game before and I don't remember everything, but I do remember that Silver Fang, how do you unlock monsters in this game, is you basically find them on the map most of the time, or they're unlocked at the end of certain levels. So basically I know that he's in the forest right there in between the my main base and the enemy base. So what I basically did is I sent Yugi out to do the main attacking, because it's not that I won't use Fizdis, as I think I said. I might use Shimon because he's basically required to come to most maps with you anyways in the Yugi campaign. So, but yeah, so we're gonna run into our first major battle here, and see, there's Silver Fang right at the edge of the forest there. Is it an ambush? And yeah, I'm not going to imitate Silver Fang there. And this is how you basically unlock Silver Fang, and how you unlock a lot of monsters in this game. So as you can see, for anyone who's never played, you have basically, it's very RPG-esque. You have attack, special, item, info, escape, defense, weight, basically. And below here, with the obviously hit points are pretty basic, but the stars indicate how many times in this battle sequence that monster can move. So just for an example, if I hit the A button and I attack Silver Fang with Feral Imp with Shadow Claw, so that'll do however much damage. Now Feral Imp there dropped down from 1 star or 2 stars to 1 star, so Feral Imp can move one more time, and that includes everything. You can wait if you didn't want to attack or do anything right away, and hold off on doing something for whatever reason, usually strategy reasons. In the beginning of the game, there's not a whole lot of reason to wait. You just kind of, there's not a whole lot going on here. Everyone's level 1. There's not, you don't really have any items or anything, and there's no real reason to use them at this point. You basically power through at the very beginning, and later on, strategy becomes a big part. So yeah, even if I wasn't going to defeat Silver Fang would only have 1 more move to attack. And after that, it doesn't matter if Silver Fang can't move anymore. I've still got Celtic Guardian has 1 star, and Beaver Warrior has 3. So I'd still get 4 more moves after that initial one. But it's not going to matter because we defeated Silver Fang. And we will be using Silver Fang because I like Silver Fang, at least for right now. So got a little experience for everybody. That's always nice. And Silver Fang has joined your army, so we're pretty lucky there. And yeah, so Field Dawn was liberated, 500 gold. So yeah, so basically you can usually use trader, healing, replenish equipment. Usually what you do is when an enemy overtakes a base, you buy equipment, and that will allow the other options to become available. Some places are a little different and already pre-come with certain trader, or they can come with defensive items, because it is like RTS. You can buy like anti-ground, anti-air cannons, things like that. So yeah, actually I didn't really think, had I thought about it, I would have put Horned Imp on Shimon's team in place of Shadow Spectre, and I would have attacked the main enemy base in waves. But I didn't do that, and that's okay. Basically, there's only 2 guys in this castle, I know that. Yeah, 2 guys in the castle. So Yugi's gonna attack them in waves until we basically win. It's time to attack the enemy's main base. You cannot defeat an enemy in its main base, a town or castle, simply by fighting better than them. You must force the enemy to flee, or defeat all the enemy monsters in order to win. It is difficult to defeat an enemy in their stronghold unless you surround them and attack in waves. Be careful not to chase your enemy too far. They might be leading you into a trap. Now let's go get the enemy. In actual fact, I should have sent Shimon anyways, just for the sake of saving up my health with Yugi's team here. But I should, for the most part, I should be okay. And see, here's where a bit of strategy comes into mix, because you have different, as you can see, action points, health points, and you know you're going to defeat Larva Moth, or whatever he's called, well before anybody else, because he's only got 500 hit points. But really, the amount of hit points that the rock lobster dude there, I forget his name, I always do, has right there is a little different, because he's got 3 action points, and he's only got a little more health. So if I defeat him, and then in the next battle he won't be there, so it'll be less damage to my team. So it's actually, that's what I usually go for. I usually try to get rid of the ones that have the most amount, either the most amount of health, or actually I should say the least amount of health, or the ones with the most action points, and where it's not that much different. I know that I have enough moves to take out this club scissoring humanoid lobster. There we go, Fairy Blade Slash. And if they keep attacking Celtic Guardian's going to be in some trouble. But if we can get rid of this lobster dude pretty quickly here, that'd be nice. So Feral Imp can't attack again. And Beaver Warrior and Celtic Guardian both have 1 more hit. Sledgehammer. Celtic Guardian might be done for this move. I don't know. Well, he might not be, because I defeated the lobster. So now, even though the lobster has 2 more attacks, he's dead. Now there are items I can bring them back, but I don't think they're this early in the game. Monster Reborns. And by the looks of it, I don't think that larva moth can kill me either. No, I really don't think it can. So right now we're just going to... now I could defend, just to be on the safe side, but I'm a go-getter. So Cocoon String, probably against Celtic Guardian. It's a smart strategy, focusing on one monster. It's what I do. And it wasn't enough to take out Celtic Guardian, but in the next battle, he will die. So that's kind of unfortunate, actually. So we're just going to let him wait here for a second. I'm going to go into, if I remember what the key is, there we go. And this is called Z mode, and or Z mode. And what Z mode does is it allows you to quickly, select, move my marshal to theirs. That way I don't have to go all the way around the map looking for them. So yeah, even though he leveled up and stuff, I don't have any items. I don't think I don't have any. Yeah, I don't really have anything to give them, so I can't really cure Celtic Guardian right now. So I'm gonna wait for Shaman here. It shouldn't matter too much, actually. Well, actually, we'll let him just stay there for a minute. Usually what you'd go is you'd go back and you'd heal in a base. I'm just gonna keep him here. I'm gonna let Shimon. See, I forget how to play this game. If I was smart, I would have done this from the beginning and gotten him weak with Shimon, but no big deal. So now, see, you still battle the same guy because you haven't defeated all of his monsters. So, but in this battle, we're going to do pretty well. Because even though Karibo and Zombie Warrior and Shadow Spectre, they're all kind of weak, most monsters are weak right now, so we're just going to kind of try to weaken everybody a little bit here. We're just going to do a bit of weakening so that Yugi's team can come in and do a lot of the experience, more of the experience gaining. And I apologize sometimes for the sound. My sound does glitch. I managed to get it to work. I had a serious problem with the emulation really being slowed down in the frame rate for the game for a while. That's why the first part of this video, before I entered the actual first level, might seem a little different. I don't know if it does. It seemed a little faster, a little clearer or something, because I had to switch a couple of the settings in the emulator to make it all work good. So you might have noticed a difference, you might not have. Either way. So I don't think we'll kill Larva Moth with any of this. It'd be nice. Yeah, probably not going to. But I can weaken him enough so that in the next battle, Yugi's monsters can just take him right out. And we'll just weaken the Hitatsumi Giant a little bit more there. And we win again, which is down to battle points when that happens. And usually, if you do obviously much better than the enemy, usually you win. Let's get you to move in there, buddy. So we're gonna there's this guy off, and then we have actually the boss. So it does suck that Celtic Guardian's a little weak right now. I should have went to the other place to try and heal him first. So there goes Larva Moth, and now we're gonna take a sledgehammer straight to the face, and that'll take out Celtic Guardian. Which really sucks because now I'm limited. And of course now Celtic Guardian won't get any, as far as I remember, Celtic Guardian won't get any more experience now. There we go, one more rodent sword should take this guy out. But he's gonna get off the last sledgehammer on Beaver Warrior, that kinda sucks. So it's a hard-hitting move. And there we go, there goes, and now we won that time. And yeah, Celtic Guardian didn't get any experience for it, which is unfortunate because, you know, you want to try to level up your team all at once and all together. You insolent runt, just who do you think you are? Gods, where are my gods?
You're the only one left. Get ready for the end.
Ah, traitors! How dare you revolt against the Empire? I'll take some of you with me before I'm done. And that is Etos himself. And he's got the Blackland Fire Dragon, which is actually pretty tank, so this... Yeah. Actually, I want to take out... Obviously, this time I want to take out, obviously, the weakest guy first. Who's this, swordsman dude. See, the problem with Griever is very, very weak. I might actually bring Fizdis into this because I don't have any items and I wasn't able to grab it. Of course I missed. I wasn't able to grab any equipment at any of the bases, so I might actually have to run back with Yugi and heal up here. Unfortunately, for my first Let's Play of this game, and I used to be awesome at this game, but now I'm playing really a lot like an amateur. Unfortunately, so I apologize for that, guys. Usually I wouldn't have this much, be struggling this much. I mean, clearly I'm still winning, you know, but, you know, I'm not winning as well as I should. This should have been quite easy, and it's proving a little longer, a little more difficult than it should be. There we go. Ah, I keep missing that guy. I'm not sure if he's the one with the ability. One of them does have an ability or some of these monsters do have separate abilities, you know, being adept at one thing or another thing. And usually what that entails is like something like that swordsman, the 7 swordsman guy there. He his ability might be easier to miss or something like that, you know, you never know. A purple blade attack, and that almost takes out my skull guy, but not quite. And I forget how to check the info. There's a way to check. Oh yeah, see, so that's the score. So clearly he did better than I did, so I'm gonna lose. But that doesn't mean that Shimon is dead because his monsters aren't defeated. He just gets like that, pretty much. Oh, don't do that! Don't do that! Oh shit! I did not mean to do that. Hopefully my team does not get wiped out, because otherwise this would really suck. Yeah, this would really suck. If we can take this guy out, though, in the next 2 hits, I'd be really happy with that. I'd like to hit him before he hits us, but of course not. He's still going to get one attack off, which kind of sucks because, well, I should still survive pretty easily. Yeah, Beaver Warrior will take him out, so there's one enemy down. And see, what happens is you get more points for taking them out. So, you know, right now he's doing better than I am with 619 and 480. It's just based on damage. It's based on a lot of things. I'm not really sure about the calculations. You know, when you kill an enemy, it obviously does way better as well. Let's give this dragon a few. Oh, fuck! I forgot he had guard on. Now his guard's broken, but that was a bad idea. I should have attacked the insect. I wasn't paying attention to what Blackland Fire Dragon had done. Flame Gale. I love the Blackland Fire Dragon. I almost always use him once I get him, which is actually, you do unlock him at the end of this level, so that's pretty cool. So right now, he's probably won. Yeah, he won this battle as well. And he wouldn't have had I had Celtic Guardian available to me. So that kind of sucks. And we're just going to keep attacking, actually. It's not that big a deal. It's only the first level. There's a couple of levels. I'll still win. It won't be an issue. And then we'll do better next time. I'll be sure to do better next time in the next level. Should actually be able to take out the Blackland Fire Dragon in this level. He's down to less than 300 now. Oh, I got a critical, so yeah, he's definitely going down. And when he goes down, and he's not actually going to be able to finish anybody off, I don't think. I don't think the basic insect has enough strength. And if you notice, see, taking out Blackland Fire Dragon totally upped my score there. And you can actually see this live. If I had hit this beforehand, you would have seen exactly how much points I would have gotten. And I always forget, it's based on damage and all this stuff. It's based on damage, miss percentage, things like that. Like, see, he gets a shit ton because he gets a little bit for attacking, and he gets a shit ton for dodging if they miss you. Let's see, now he's almost at my score. So, but I had the last move, so I'm going to win that bout. And then Shimon's going to be able to finish off the basic insect. As I said, see, there's not a whole lot of experience lost or gained there for Celtic Guardian, so I'm not too overly worried about it. But yeah, had I thought about it, I would have done this a little better. But this is so this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Falsebound Kingdom, guys. It's you know, I mean, you guys might think, oh my god, what a stupid version of Yu-Gi-Oh! Or something like that, but like, I always thought this was great because I love all the Yu-Gi-Oh! Monsters, and I mean, the card game is great. I love the card game. I used to play it all the time when I was a kid, but now it's become, you know, that's all it is. Every single game is a card game. You know, I would really enjoy a new element, and this is a new element. This is something, you know, it's made it more. They've used the same characters, same monsters, same idea, but they've added RTS and RPG, as I said at the beginning of the video, and that, to me, I thought it was really inventive. I thought it was really cool, and I love this game. I really do. I play this game, you know, every time I pick it up after, you know, a few years go by or whatever. I always come back to this game. It's one of those GameCube games I always come back to, yeah. So, I mean, if you guys like it, great. Keep watching. I could always use the views. I always appreciate every view I get. You know, if you don't like this style of game, or something like that, if you want me to do a different game, any game that I can do, I will try to do. Currently, I can't, as I said before, I can't really play any newer games because I only have an emulator. That's the only way I know how to record currently. But if you can think of any Game Boy Advance games or GameCube games or any Nintendo 64, some retro games that I could play on a computer, then I'm more than happy to take suggestions, and you know, I can play other Yu-Gi-Oh! Games. I don't mind playing the ones with the cards. It's just that I love this one the most. And so basically this is going to end this, I believe, right here. Yep. And so that's the end of that. So as you can see, you have multiple battles with the same guys, but nobody really, like, over time they heal in bases and things like that. You know, Celtic Guardian would have came back to life, things such as that. But so Makad was liberated, I get 700 gold, and that is basically the end of the level.
A splendid first victory, Lord Yugi. Our actions here have stirred the people in these lands to fight back against the Empire. The noble families in the area are offering to assist us financially. If we continue to win like this, the resistance should grow nicely. The Empire is confused right now, but it's only temporary. They'll soon send units to hunt us down. Let's take this opportunity to secure our positions and fight off the enemy. Now it's time for you to make an appearance, Lord Yugi. The people want to meet their savior.
And Blackland Fire Dragon has joined your army. So now we've got two awesome new monsters. We have Silverfang and the Blackland Fire Dragon. And we got, there we go, some Monster Reborn, some blue medicine, and we got 1,000 gold. That's, 1,161 gold. That's pretty sweet. So yeah, this has been Yu-Gi-Oh! Falsebound Kingdom, guys. What did you all think? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Please like, subscribe, comment, whatever you want to do. I will be producing these, as I said, kind of sporadically. Might put up a couple this weekend. Might be a while before the next one. But yeah, please stay tuned for them, and hopefully you guys enjoyed watching them. I enjoy making them. I enjoy playing the game. So anything I can improve on, as I said, just send me a message, a comment, whatever floats your boat. And this has been Griever with VP Studios, and we will see you back here for Fury of the Empire. Until then, see ya.